Hello, this is Professor Budwell. In this video, we are going to be talking about case law and the importance that it plays in your ultimate goal of finding the law. There are a few general points to cover at the onset. First, if you remember from our previous module, case law is a primary authority as opposed to a secondary authority. It can be either mandatory or persuasive, depending on the court and jurisdiction. Case law is made by the courts, whereas statutes are made by legislatures. But when a legislature passes a statute and it is signed into law, it is impossible for them to list every circumstance in which that statute may or may not apply. So for guidance, we look to judicial opinions in which the statute has been applied to a set of facts. This map is from your readings. This shows which states use which regional reporter for publishing cases. The regional reporters are not the only ones that you'll find for publishing cases. Most states have their own state reporter. I practice in Virginia, which, in addition to using the Southeastern Reporter, also uses the Virginia Reports. When you are researching case law, two tools that can be invaluable are headnotes and shepardizing. Headnotes are brief summaries or highlights that you can find at the beginning of the case in some, but not all, databases. They highlight some of the important aspects of the case and can be a guide to help you in your research. But just as this video should not serve as a substitute for the assigned readings, headnotes are not a substitute for thoroughly reviewing the case. Citing a headnote runs the risk that you will take what the court said out of context. Shepardizing refers to the process of making sure that the case that you are researching is in fact still good law. Judicial opinions can be overturned by higher courts or by the same court. A good example of this would be Roe versus Wade. Additionally, statutes can overturn case law. Some databases have many more tools than others that will help you discover if the case law that you are researching is still good law, as we will discuss in the next slide. You do not want to cite a case without thoroughly making sure that it is still good case law. Here are a few of the databases that are used in researching case law. Westlaw and Lexis are two of the bigger ones. When I was in law school, we were given accounts for each, and they both contain very effective tools for helping you find case law and for making sure that the case law that you find is still good law. As discussed in your homework, they both make use of headnotes. Google Scholar is a free resource, and one of your assignments in this module is an exercise in which you will use Google Scholar. It can be very helpful, but is generally not as thorough as Westlaw or Lexis. I put Fastcase on here because it is the tool that I use the most frequently. When I was sworn in as an attorney in Virginia, I was given a free account. It does have some tools for helping shepardize, although from my experience, it is not nearly as thorough as Westlaw or Lexis. However, my practice is limited to Virginia, and I have frequently not found that courts outside of Virginia comment very frequently on Virginia cases. I hope that this has been informative. You will learn much more about case law in your assigned readings. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask.